We're going to start with our first question. Since Mosey started with the opening statement, our first question will go to Zoltan, and each question will move down the line for as we roll along. This one is, we'll do this question, and we're going to mix it up a little bit after this too. The Commission on Presidential Debates prevents nearly all candidates outside the two-party system from participating in national debates. What reforms would you implement to prevent this injustice? Zoltan, Istvan.
Well, I think the, if you got an independent presidential candidate like myself into the White House, I would probably, through an executive order, say, and this is because I've run as a nominee for the Transhumanist Party. I've also run as a gubernatorial candidate for the Libertarian Party. And even though I'm running as a Republican now, I might run as a Democrat, I might run somewhere else. I think third-party candidates should have access to debates, because without national debates, it's almost impossible to really make a real impact. So through an executive order, I would say third-party candidates, at least some, maybe the top 5, must be included, at least in, let's say, 30% of the debates, so that we can have that national dialogue. And, through time, through a period of maybe 4 or 5 debates, you'd be able to kind of say, well, some made it, some didn't, through either winning a debate. But it has to be done through an executive order by the president, and I would do that.
Zoltan.
Look, I hate to be the semi-authoritarian in the room, but nobody has given an answer except for myself on what can be done in next January. Sometimes I think the executive branch has to take the power and clean up the field and say, look, it's almost like the Olympics. We just have rules on how you compete in certain races. And right now, the rules have been designed to keep out people like us. We just simply have to have one person that goes in there, obviously the president, and just put its fist down and say, look, from now on, we're going to have third-party candidates in and other candidates to make this a true democracy. And unfortunately, while I know a lot of the libertarians are going to say, oh, that's a violation of power and too much government, sometimes it takes a strong hand in order to get something like that done for the greater good, so that we have more freedom, we have more equality, and we have more democracy. And of course, I would be the person to do that on day one in office.